Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle.
As this is sent in, Ehlers goes diagonal for Aho. A little back and forth with it. Aho along the right wing boards. Back up top, it's Gostisbehere. Send it cross. Game over! Seth Jarvis wins it in overtime!
Okay, welcome to the show. We are Unsportsmanlike here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2. We are presented by Progressive Insurance. Life can be hard, so Progressive makes bundling your home and auto easy. Hope that helps. Learn more at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. The call last night on 99.9 The Fan in Raleigh, North Carolina, as the Hurricanes even up the Stanley Cup Finals at one game apiece with a 4-3 Seth Jarvis overtime victory on a power play, 3:56 into overtime, but not without controversy, as game number 3 comes your way Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern in Las Vegas on ABC, along with Michelle Smallman, Chris Canty, Evan Cohen with you. Good morning, everybody. We got a lot to get to right off the bat with the Carolina Hurricanes doing what they did to even it up. The Texas women winning back-to-back in terms of the Women's College World Series in softball, and Aaron Judge injury, plus Game 2 of the NBA Finals tonight here on ESPN Radio, presented by Gusto, between the Knicks and the Spurs. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today?
Doing pretty good. Fired up about this matchup tonight that we got in San Antonio. Game 2, must-win situation for Wemby and the crew. How are they going to respond? How are the Knicks going to match that energy? I'm excited to see it. Are the sisters going to sit in the suite? Are they going to be back in the regular seats? Like, what do we got going on? I'm fascinated to see the entire scene and to see the energy that the Spurs come out with tonight.
Yeah, you better hope those sisters are as close to the wood as possible, right?
Yeah.
They need to be as close to the action as possible if you're San Antonio. But you need to pull out all the stops. You need to play with desperation tonight.
No
the
doubt.
Spurs.
All right, we will get to that for sure, but I mentioned the controversy, right? So Carolina evens this up, 4-3 victory. Vegas was up 2-0, so it's the second comeback win in the Stanley Cup Finals in as many games, and there were 4 goals scored in the 2.
Because if somehow the Knicks win game 2, and there's a great chance that they could do that, imagine you're the Spurs and you're at an 0-2 deficit coming back to New York City, to Madison Square Garden. That would mean the Knicks have won 13 in a row, are as hot as can possibly be, and you're coming back to the Mecca and a city and a fan base that's absolutely ready to explode. You want to talk about home court advantage? We live here. We're walking around the city. The energy is palpable here. It's an intimidating place to come. I know that Wemby and this young group is malleable, and they might not view it the same, but I think that they're going to have a whole lot on their plate, not only from a deficit standpoint, but what they'll be facing in New York if they don't win tonight.
Yeah, here's the thing. The Spurs usually find a way to bounce back after a disappointing loss in these playoffs, right? I mean, Oklahoma City aside, that's a little bit of a different animal when you talk about the reigning defending champs winning games 2 and game 3 of the Western Conference Final. When the Spurs lose in a playoff game, they usually bounce back in a major way with a win the following game, and it's usually by double digits. So I'm curious to see whether or not the Knicks are going to be able to match the energy of the Spurs. They took game 1, mission accomplished in terms of getting a split in the first 2 games, but can they get greedy? Can they take a chokehold of this series and really put a young team and the Spurs up against it coming back to Madison Square Garden for game 3? That's what I'm interested to see. I know the version of Wemby that I'm going to get. I know what the San Antonio Spurs will be because I've seen it throughout these playoffs over the last couple of months. The question is, can the Knicks match the energy? When Mitch Johnson, the head coach of the Spurs, makes the adjustments, will Mike Brown be able to make the adjustments in real time in game 2? Or is that something that's going to happen in the days leading up to game 3? That's the part that I'm curious to see, the game within the game. I think that's what makes the finals so special, with 2 teams that are more than capable of being a champion in any given year.
Yeah, if the Knicks' success hinges on in-game adjustments for Mike Brown, I feel good if I'm a Knicks fan, because I don't know why you wouldn't have all the faith in the world in Mike Brown right now. He has been excellent. I think that, right, what we have in the moment, 12-game winning streak with the Knicks heading into Game 2 tonight, ABC and ESPN Radio, is an all-time Knicks team. Obviously, this is an all-time Knicks team. What we will have if they win tonight, they being the Knicks, is we may be en route to an all-time postseason run that finishes with a championship. 12 in a row is unreal any way you cut it. If it doesn't,
if it ends up being 15 in a row.
if it ends up being 15 in a row, we're talking about an all-time. I don't know that we could say all-time team because the regular season was very good.
Oh, we would say all-time team because we care more about what happens in the playoffs.
Understood, but I think it would be easy for anyone who lives in numbers to combat it based on regular season wins combined with a postseason. Like you would have the Bulls, you would have the Warriors,
But
whatever.
you would have to talk about this postseason run in conjunction
greats
with
ever.
the Bulls runs in the 90s,
Yeah.
the Warriors runs in the 2010s. It would be right there.
And that's why tonight
15 in a row?
No doubt.
Including sweeping the NBA. They would have swept
3 straight
the
rounds.
last 3 series. And we can have that conversation if they win here tonight in San Antonio.
Yeah, that's what takes you there, no doubt. And if you think about their losses, by the way, by a combined 2 points.
Oh,
No, seriously, the 2 losses are each by a point to the Hawks. So if we are getting way ahead of ourselves, but that's part of our job. Like if they figure out a way of sweeping this, which they're not going to, I'll tell you that right now.
it's on the table.
They're not sweeping.
We don't think they will.
Okay,
But if they win,
they do,
but if they win tonight, don't we go to that place?
that's why I'm
100%.
bringing it up.
100%.
That's why I'm bringing it up. And then you would then have 15 straight, 16 overall, 16-2 record, 2 losses by 1 point each.
And mind you, the defending champ and the reigning 2-time MVP went 7 games with the Spurs, and the Knicks would have swept. Hypothetically, in this scenario, the Knicks would have swept them.
Hand raise. What happened to bobblehead Brunson with the broom?
Oh, there he is.
Who's messing around with Brunson?
Vibe check. I'm not trying to blame Vibe Check. I'm just saying Vibe Check is
look
a
at
show.
me.
Disney. There's one other show that uses the studio. What is it?
No, there's multiple shows that use this studio.
Well, I'm unaware of any other one.
But yes, Evan, you're right. It was Vibe Check because they were in there yesterday.
Wow, what a snitch, Nuno.
I mean, that's concerning, Nuno, to say the least.
Let's get him back on the set. With the
They
broom
move it
and
every
the
day.
dollar.
They just someone didn't put on Mike, our great.
You're blaming Mike for
No,
this?
Mike always, when he comes in the studio, he makes sure the studio is prepared. I'm assuming he was just running around today and didn't get an opportunity to set it up. That's all.
Mike's a Knicks fan, right?
Yes.
We need to make sure that bobblehead is on
How
the
is
set.
that not blaming Mike, what he just said?
It was.
Okay, just making sure. I mean, I don't know who else are you talking about there? I mean, while we're dealing with this, is there any chance the great team at Vibe Check could just put our stuff back when we're done? When
What do you
you're
mean?
done?
What was missing?
Everything,
Brunson,
every day.
my chair,
my computer.
my charger for my phone.
Mine wasn't plugged in. I mean, if we're gonna be-
everything is everywhere, man. Like I just leave
know
it
what?
like you found it. That's all we ask.
All I'll say, I was unaware of this. It will be rectified moving forward. At
Disney
least on
Plus.
Tuesdays and Thursdays when I'm here.
Disney Plus Vibe Check.
And
you
I
can see our
apologize
stuff
because I hate when
rearranged.
that happens. So I apologize.
Go watch the show so you can see our stuff rearranged. Coming up, what did Wemby have to say about his worry for game number 2? We'll get to that after Small says this from the Wellness Company.
That's right, Ev. If you're heading into summer